What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If it is the first time you're touching down on this channel, welcome to Small Feet Big Heat. We talk sneakers, we talk streetwear, and everything in between. Today I'm coming at y'all with a new video, and I want to talk Jordan 1s, specifically Jordan 1s you should buy before the prices go up and before anybody in the comment section says,
well, it's easy to tell other people what to spend their money on.
I'm not trying to tell anybody what to spend their money on. This is a list that I put together of Jordan 1s that I think the price will rise on. So if you were already thinking about picking them up, now might be a good time. Let's get into it. I want to start this list off with a sneaker that's currently going for just under retail, and that is the Air Jordan 1 Core Purple. It's the white and metallic purple joints. Definitely a very sought after sneaker this year. Now this was a women's sneaker, but that did not stop men from getting their pairs. I saw a lot of guys picking this shoe up, and it was a good looking shoe, so I'm not even surprised. This was definitely very high up on my list of 2021 pickups of sneakers that I wanted to secure for my collection, but there was so much hype just building up to release day. The early prices were super high that it just kind of turned me off to picking them up on an initial release. I did try, but if I'm gonna be honest, I definitely didn't try as hard as I should have, because I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling the vibe around the sneaker release, and sometimes that happens. I definitely can't be the only one that just kind of doesn't put in the effort that they should for a release. Do I regret not putting in the energy and the footwork to get the shoe on its initial release? No, because I see where the prices are at right now, and I could definitely save myself a couple of bucks. But I will say this is a shoe that I'll be adding to my collection before the end of the year. What I think happened with this one is that there was more pairs than expected. You know, people like hype, they like sneakers that are limited, so I think people went out of their way trying to secure multiple pairs so that they could charge people the high, because there was so much hype around the shoe initially, but then the hype died down, and now a bunch of people are sitting on, you know, a lot of pairs because it turns out that the stock was high. The metallic pack is not to be slept on. Just think back to the red and the navy pairs. If you were collecting sneakers back then, those shoes sat a little bit. They were very attainable, they were very affordable. Even on the resale market, they weren't going for that much over retail. But then almost overnight, those shoes became very sought after and very expensive. Another Jordan 1 that I feel like people might not be showing enough love is the Shadow 2.0. Just think back to all of the iterations that we've seen of shadows or black and gray Jordans, since, you know, not all of them are shadows. So let's think back a little bit. We got the 2018 shadows, the Alele Mays, you have the lows, even the Flyknit joints. They all go up in price because you really just can't beat that colorway. You can't beat black and gray. The Shadow is such a simple colorway that anybody could wear it, and you could wear it to the office, you could wear it to the gym, you could wear it to the park. It doesn't matter. So many different demographics have now adopted the Air Jordan 1 that you can wear this shoe damn near every day. You'll definitely get your wear out of it. You don't even have to worry about that. Depending on what size you are, the prices fluctuate between $200 and $300. That's including grade school sizes. Those are the prices that people want. What I recommend you do is negotiate a little bit and offer between $250 and $280. You know, save yourself a couple of bucks. Negotiation is key, especially for these, because there's still a lot of pairs out there. So there's no scarcity that you have to worry about. There's still a ton of pairs out there, and you can save yourself a couple of bucks by offering lower than what the person wants, and they'll probably take it. I know for some people, whether they're sneakerheads or casual buyers, $280 may seem like a lot, but I can definitely see the prices going up to like $400, $500 on these, and then you're gonna wish that you bought them when they were $280. The sneaker market is in a little bit of a slump right now, which is great for buyers, not so good for sellers, so take advantage of that. Definitely had to put these on the list because it's a good looking wearable sneaker, and as the prices go up, it's going to become less and less attainable for a lot of people out there. This next Jordan 1 had people going crazy, but if you look at the current prices, you would never know it. You would never know that people were losing their mind over the initial release of this shoe, and that's the Air Jordan 1 tie-dye 2020 women's release that had a lot of hype on it. People were definitely excited about this one, and they were paying absurd prices to get them in hand early. And now a little bit over a year later, I think it's been like 14 months, you can pick these up for between $200 and $280. I'm telling y'all, there are some really reasonably priced gems on the sneaker market right now if you look. And yes, I did say gem. For those of y'all to keep up with the channel and y'all been watching for a while, y'all know I was not super geeked on this release. It was definitely, you know, take it or leave it sneaker for me personally. But what I did say back then, and I'll say it again now, this sneaker, Jordan Brand has not used this dyeing technique before. So as of right now, this sneaker is like one of a kind. And even if Jordan Brand does make another one, people are just gonna want the first one. Them making a second one might actually make the first one even more so after. But I definitely think there's a ton of room for the prices to go up on these. I have seen them in hand since its initial release, and I have to say I do want a pair for the collection. And before I forget, this is one of those women's exclusives that only went up to a size 12, and that will definitely play a factor when the prices go up down the line. There are a lot of women's Jordans that you would never think are going for the prices that they are. Next, we got to talk about a sneaker that had mixed reviews, the Air Jordan 1 Smoke Gray. And first and foremost, let me say the prices on this sneaker are already starting to rise. I think that they'll be at the high 300s and into the 400s very soon. So if you want a pair, strike now. But back to the mixed reviews, from my perspective, I think people were really feeling this colorway. I think they liked it a lot. It made a lot of people's sneaker of the year list. What happened was this sneaker had a bad release. It came at a time where shipments were delayed, and you know, we all know what was going on. One boutique would release, and then like the next week later another boutique would release. People's reservations were getting canceled. The release was really bad, and I think that played a factor into people's feelings about the shoe, because once people did start getting them in hand, I started to hear stuff like, oh, it's not that great, the materials aren't that great, I'm not feeling them anymore. And honestly, I think that people who missed out were just salty. There is nothing wrong with this sneaker. It's a clean colorway, it's a good looking shoe. I think it just had a bad release, and sometimes angry people who miss out, they want to be the loudest. Definitely look into these if you wanted a pair, because like I said, the prices are rising very quickly on this one. Next, we got the Air Jordan 1 Light Fusion Red. These are currently going for between $180 and $230. If you want a pair of these, I definitely suggest that you negotiate the prices down to $200 or even below $200 if you could get away with it. I would not pay more than $200 for these. This is a video about helping people save money on personal pickups, not about buying sneakers for the low, sitting on them, and then head cracking somebody later on. Even though I'm pretty sure some people are gonna watch this video with that intention, that's not why I'm making it. I know this colorway is not for everybody, so if you're sitting on a pair of these right now that you want to get rid of, I recommend that you trade it rather than sell it, because you'll get more value out of a trade than if you were to just sell these for cash right now. I know a lot of people out there don't like jumping through hoops and going through extra steps to get the sneakers that they want, but sometimes you really just gotta play the game. I don't care whether you're a sneaker collector, enthusiast, sneakerhead, casual buyer, whatever you call yourself. Sometimes you just gotta play the game, especially right now with the way that things are set up. Lastly, the Air Jordan 1 High 85 Neutral Gray. This is definitely one that's gonna end up in my top 5 pickups of 2021, if not my top 3 pickups of 2021. It's high up there on that list, and I think that people have just kind of forgotten about it. It's been pushed to the background a little bit because we've seen so many other Jordan 1s, brighter, flashier, newer. We've got collabs on the way. We've got collabs that just came out. So I feel like this one's just been pushed to the background a little bit, and people aren't showing it the love that they should. There's a lot of room for the prices to go up. Just look at the prices of OG Jordan 1s right now and think about how high the demand has been. People have been buying them to wear. People have been buying them to restore. I've even seen people buy them to make customs out of them. People have been doing a lot of things, and eventually there will not be as many pairs in circulation as they are right now. That's just the way that it goes. The faucet will run dry eventually, and the next best thing will be these 85 retros, which will send the price way up. If you enjoyed today's video, do me a favor and share it with a friend, and remember, like, comment, subscribe, show a small YouTuber some love, and I'll check y'all out in the next one.